Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Sethum, and today folks I am back in Ark. Now I know it's been a while since I've made one of these videos and I haven't forgotten about Ark. It's just that, well, to be fairly honest, Studio Wildcard hasn't really released any sort of content for Ark Survival Evolved, and so therefore I didn't really know what sort of videos to make in terms of Ark. I have been doing some thinking and I've come up with a list to do, and obviously Ark will stay on the channel, and I've also decided that I am going to add GTA to the list of Ark videos that I do and plan on doing in the future, such as Vampire and Red Dead Redemption when they get released. So going forward, this is a top 5 dinos video, and this is the top 5 starter dinos that I would recommend to anybody starting out in Ark. Now obviously this is based upon my experience in the game, and these are the dinos that are the easiest to get when you start out, as well as useful. So if you guys enjoy this video and find the information in this video useful, please do not forget to support me and the channel by hitting that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and why not hit that bell icon so that you get notified when I release new content. Now, coming up at number 5 is this wonderful creature. It is the parecer. However, there are some differences from when it was first released. Now, to be able to ride one of these, you will need to be level 9. You will need a bolo to trap it, and as you can see, it would definitely be the first rideable creature. And compared to when it was first released, this wonderful creature has had some updates. Nothing in terms of visuals, as you can see, and I'm glad that they didn't touch that. However, it does have the ability to carry more stuff than it used to, which is actually quite useful being the first creature. Now obviously this is a level 150 perfect tame. Well, I've obviously used some cheats here, so you guys get an idea of what you can expect. There's no changes in terms of carry weight, but it does have more carry weight, as well as a few extra abilities, which I'm glad that they have been added. So starting out with the basics, obviously this is a herbivore and can collect berries. It does have a very small AoE, so you have to aim its head where you want it to hit the bush that will collect berries, and as you can see, it doesn't really gather that many berries, and that what you saw before is what I like to call a ping. And what that does is it will scan the area around this creature and show or mark any hostile creatures. Now obviously this is not a fighting creature. I would not actually take this into a fight. I would probably use this, or recommend using this, as a mount to carry things or to take you from point A to point B, and as a starting mount that will help you collect resources. So as you can see, obviously there's nothing hostile around here. Hopefully we might find something that is slightly hostile. I don't really know if we can get anything, but yeah, that is what that ping is for. It also does have a, I suppose, a bit of a silent scream. It's not really that loud. That scares off small creatures, which I'm going to show you in a bit. It's not really that loud, but as you can see, that dodo is running away, so that dodo is now not a threat to us anymore until obviously the scare wears off. Now you can use this for very small creatures, so dodos, probably compies I would say, and maybe the Pegomastax, which is really annoying. And as you can see, it does gather berries, which is going to help you build up a farm. Now you'll want to obviously gather berries and seeds to start placing them in crop plots, so that you can obviously create kibbles, which is very important for taming high level creatures. You can use it to kill small creatures, however I wouldn't take it in a fight against, say for example, raptors or anything that is actually above a raptor, not a fighting dinosaur. So also important to note, you do have a cooldown between the scares, and as you can see in the upper right corner of the screen there is a countdown timer. I have hit the H key so you guys can see what it is, but that is basically a cooldown on the screen. When that finishes, you can use the scream to scare off some more creatures. I mean, it is quite localized, so bear that in mind. Coming up at number 4 is this awesome, wonderful creature, and this is the Trike. So this has received a update with one of the TLCs for the creatures, and it has a new model. I do like the new model, and I do like what they've done with the legs. That looks a lot more realistic, and it has some few added abilities which are totally awesome. So we'll first have a look at what this creature looks like. We're going to look at it from all sorts of angles. Now, one thing you want to know is that it does have reduced damage on its head and thrill. So if you do want to take this creature down and obviously tame it, do not hit the head. You will want to hit the body with your narcs so that you can tame it. You can obviously hit the head, but it will just take reduced torpor and reduced damage. Now this creature is quite slow, however it does gather berries quite efficiently. It does also gather wood and thatch. And as you can see, not particularly fast, doesn't have a lot of stamina, so bear that in mind. When you level up, you might want to add some stamina. The running animation is totally awesome. I do like the old running animation as well, which is a shame. Also, this is a charge for a ram ability that this creature has, and as you saw in the right side of the screen, there is a heart that fills up. Once you release the button, it will just charge until it depletes. This is actually a good way of gathering wood and thatch. The Trike can also gather berries, and it actually gathers berries far more efficient than the parecer, which I'll show you later on. Also, it does have a decent carry weight, as you can see, as well as some decent health. Obviously, this is, as I said before, with the parecer, a 150 perfect tame. Another ability this has, especially in the wild, it does get an aura when it is around a dangerous creature. So it gets an aura around its head, notifying you that there is a dangerous creature, such as a Carno, a T-Rex, something that is its natural enemy. Also when you are in combat, as this will use its head to attack, it also does a knockback on the creatures that it attacks. You can use this ability to push creatures off cliffs if you don't want to fight them, so that is quite a useful thing. Coming up at number 3 is the Soros. Now this is a must-have creature regardless of what level you are at. Definitely want to get one of these when you start out because it will help you a great deal. Now what this creature does do is it is an awesome gatherer in terms of berry, wood, flint, stone, thatch, and flint, which are very, very desirable items, especially later on when you want to make bullets and other such things. So as you can see, with the right click, it will gather berries, and just like the Trike, it has a very, very good range, so a good AoE. It can gather wood and thatch, but that will be with the left click. As you can see, it will gather more thatch than wood, but its main and best ability is to break rocks and get metal, stone, and flint. So this will quickly get you into the metal part of the game, which will allow you to smelt it and turn it into metal ingots, which you will use for anything and everything in the game, such as armors, weapons, and other such perks. As you can see, I am smashing normal rocks. These are not metal veins, and I am getting a decent amount of metal as well as rock. There is no reduction in weight for this creature, and it does not have a large carry weight, so you'll have to bear that in mind. But you can get quite a decent amount of stone, so that you can upgrade to stone. You can get thatch, which is also needed for stone structures, as well as wood. And you don't have to repair your metal picks or stone picks very, very frequently. You just use this creature. Also, you get flint, which can be turned into spark powder, which can be used for a variety of things, including gunpowder, as well as a means of preserving foods and berries in the game. Coming in at number 2 is the Raptor. Now this has also received several updates with one of the TLC patches, and obviously the first thing it has had done to it is a update to its model. It looks totally amazing now, as well as several abilities. Now, one thing to bear in mind with the Raptors, when you do tame them, they have a very small carry weight, even at a 150 perfect tame. As you can see, it does not carry a lot, so you have to bear that in mind. You might need to put some points into that if you're going to use this for what it's actually designed, and that is to hunt. You will want to invest points in health, damage, and weight. That is what I do recommend. Also, I do advise that you get a pack of these, and I'll show you why later in this video. So I'm going to do some upgrading to these Raptors that I have, and then once you have 2 or more, one of them will become the alpha, and that grants you an ability or a buff that you can put on the pack, which makes them a lot more efficient and a lot more scarier. So the one that I'm going to ride, I'm obviously going to try and push weight, as well as obviously you'll be carrying stuff on your person as well. So let's see, I'm going to try and see which one it is that has the buff. I can't see the aura due to the daytime. Okay, so this is the main attack, and what you saw before, that jump, there we go, that is a pounce, and what it does is will pin down smaller creatures and allow you to attack them. While the creature is pinned down, it cannot fight back, so definitely an awesome creature. Okay, so I have found the Alpha Raptor. I'm just quickly going to heal it. Now this is the buff ability I was telling you about. Notice that they have an aura as well as a pack buff that does increase their damage output overall. So in a pack of 3, obviously these things will be quite lethal and dangerous. I would probably stay away from the top range creatures such as your Gigas. Definitely do not want to mess about with that, as well as T-Rexes and Spinos and anything in that range. So let's go and kill some stuff and show you what it can do. Obviously, as a Raptor, you can also jump with it, which you just saw there. So you can jump over obstacles, which is actually quite beneficial. They are quite nimble and fast, and they can be used to gather meat and hide, which is another required thing, especially the spoiled meat, which you can use with narco berries to turn into narcotics. So there we go, a very dangerous creature before us, a dodo. Let's sort this guy out, and as you can see, made quick work of that dodo. Do bear in mind that this is a high level raptor, so that was the pounce. Alright, let's find something more interesting to fight. There's a turtle, I don't know what level that is, so I'm going to buff up my pack just to give him that extra punch. So obviously they made quick work of that. There we go, a very dangerous creature, and that is the Iguanodon that we've got in front of us. Let's go and eat this guy. As you can see, they are very efficient killers in a pack. Obviously, as I said before, do bear in mind that these raptors are all high level, but that goes to show you what you can achieve with just a pack of raptors. And finally, here we have the best creature, or best starting creature for those just starting out in the game. This is going to unlock a whole new level of gameplay, and it is the Pteranodon. So this is your first flyer that you're going to want to get, and you can get these guys by knocking them out and feeding them meat or kibble. And the way you're going to knock them out is you'll want to use a bola. So a saddle will be able and available at level 38, and you can see what you need for it, so it doesn't really require all that much. And you will often find that these creatures land on the ground from time to time, and that is the time to tame them. You will need a bola to immobilize it, and it has several abilities. That would be the grab that you saw, so it can grab small creatures such as dodos, apegomastax, nothing bigger than a dillo, obviously. so it can only grab small creatures. It does have a peck attack as well as a spin attack. The things to keep in mind with the Pteranodon is that it has very, very poor stamina, and it does not have a lot of carry weight, so you will need to invest points in those. If you're going to use it as a attack Pteranodon, you will want to invest points in health and stamina as well as in carry weight, as it has a very, very bad carry weight. We're going to go and try and find something to pick up, and this beach is kind of empty because I kind of killed stuff off for this video. So let's see if we get anything over here. There's a dodo. Let's go and pick this guy up, give him a lift. He looks like he wants to fly, and there we go. So there is a dodo in my claws. Now, despite it being the weakest flyer, as you can see, I have taken on a Bronto. And obviously, as I said before, with all the creatures in this video, this is a max level perfect tame Pteranodon. I have invested and leveled it up, and I have invested points in health, stamina, and damage, as well as some points in carry weight, but not a lot. So as you can see, it can take on a Bronto quite easily, and I still have plenty of stamina left, just about actually. So it does have the ability to hold its own. So here you can see what I have invested my points in, so that'll be melee damage, stamina, and health. Now obviously this is not necessarily an attack creature, it's more for scouting, but it does give you the ability to fly and get from point A to point B a lot quicker. So overall, the Pteranodon is definitely a must-have creature in the game, especially if you're starting out, and it is also very useful even later on in the game. That is it, folks. That is my top 5 starter dinos for those playing Ark. Obviously, this is based upon my experience in the game and what I think would make life easier for you. Now, if you guys think anything different, please let me know down in the comment section. This video is designed to help people that are just starting out in the game. So if you have any advices, tips, or think something is different, put it down in the comment section and let's share this knowledge with people that are just starting out in the game. That is it for this video, folks. I do hope that you have enjoyed it and found the information in it useful. If you have, please don't forget to support me and the channel by hitting that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and don't forget to hit that bell icon so that you get notified when I upload new content. Also, if you are a gamer and want to join me in future games, you can join the Lush Live Discord channel, which I will link in the description as well as in a pinned comment. And until next time, stay safe, folks.